Hi everyone. In this video, I want to talk to a lot of you guys who are taking some unusual advice about women to an unusual level. I talked to a guy the other day who was booking my time because he wanted to do better with women overall and get a girlfriend. But he had some fears and reservations about what he called the red pill universe. So one of the first things I'll do is start asking the guy some questions. I'll be honest, they're not that far off. But if your starting point is wrong, you've got a problem. Or the Germans took the engine out of the Lamborghini catalogue for the R8. They said, "We need something powerful with a lot of cylinders." They took a V10 and put it in the car, and then they designed everything else around the engine. In the same way, you should design your life around the best part of it, whatever that is. So the guy says, "I want to be the best me I can be." And that's a good thing. But instead of trying to change everything, he's just sort of going into it with his eyes open. He doesn't feel like he has to do anything he doesn't want to do to get a girlfriend. But what he does want to do is he's going to find a girl that's into the same things he is. It's not about suddenly changing everything and doing anything to get a girlfriend. Instead, it's about finding someone who makes you happy. If you want to have better luck with women or find a girlfriend, this guy I was talking to in his late 20s had only been with 6 women. 4 of them were prostitutes he paid for, and the other 2 were just quick fixes that didn't lead anywhere. He doesn't have any experience, and when you start asking them questions like, "What do you look like?" and "How do people see your body?" they don't know what to say. I asked them, "What do you guys look like? What color your eyes are?" The man said. They did not have a good answer. They couldn't tell me. One of the women was 25 and another was 29, but their answers were much vaguer than you would think. The 25-year-old woman said her eyes were blue, but she wasn't sure what color they were. The 29-year-old woman said hers were mostly green. It's not that they didn't know the specifics. It was just that they had no idea what to say. They were much better at talking about their bodies. The 25-year-old woman said she had a nice figure, but didn't know her size. The 29-year-old said, "I have a nice body." The man told the women he usually likes smaller women with tight, firm breasts and tight asses, but these 2 were too big for him. If she's a 3 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, all the women in that range swipe on dating apps for men who are an 8 out of 10 or better. If you're a 7 out of 10, you're doomed. I'm not saying you should compare yourself to an athlete or a billionaire, but on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the best version of yourself and 1 being the worst, a 4 shouldn't be wasting your time. You're going to be let down, and you're probably going to be taken advantage of. If you pursue it in the wrong way, you can run yourself through the divorce grinder and end up in a really bad place. But you can't think that you can just do this one trick and she'll always chase you, dude. Women don't chase 4s. I don't know why guys think that if they just follow a few tips or watch a few videos, they'll have great experiences with women. If you say you're red pill aware, but you don't have any experience with women, you're fat, and you don't compete in the real world, you're screwed. You have to be at the top. And I'm not even talking about the top 1%. If you can get the top 1%, that's great. I know that the top 1% of income earners in Toronto make about $320,000 a year. It's not enough. You need massive amounts of experience with women. You need the experience to know what you're doing. And then you can do it over and over again. It's not just a matter of knowing how to say a few things or picking up a few tips. You have to be at the top, and that means you have to go through enough experiences to get there, to be able to talk to women. And have them like you need a lot of experience. I was a virgin when I started, so imagine how long it would take me before I could talk to women in any way that they would want me. It's not just about emotions. It's about knowing how to talk to people and how to be charismatic in any situation. I had it all mapped out. I was supposed to be a world champion by 22 or 23 and retired by 25. It was a fairy tale plan that set up my entire life, which is what these guys call it because they're not dreaming of getting married before 30 and being financially stable by the time they're 30. Here's a tip. If you want to be a world champion, don't just be yourself. It's way more effective if you pretend that you are someone else. So, masculinity is more important than height, and height doesn't matter as much as you think it does. A lot of guys say things like, I'm 5'8", and I'll never date because all women want is 5'6" guys. But one of my best friends, who I've known for 30 years, was over the weekend, and we were talking. He's 5'6", but he's only 5'4", because he wears inserts in his shoes. The most important things are whether or not you look like you can do what you say you can do, whether or not you're fit enough to kill if you have to, and whether or not you can make money. Other things also matter, but those are the most important. A lot of guys that are shorter than a woman's preference say they can't date other women because they don't figure to taller women. There are some men who I know who will say things like, all these 5'6" girls want to date me, but I'm not going to date anyone under 5'5". Some men think that they are not attracted to a woman's personality because they aren't attracted to her appearance. It's only fair that she be the same with them. Some guys will say things like, I don't want to date a girl based on her looks. If you want long-term success, but most people who are looking for quick fixes don't get it, I'll tell you why you need to get it right here and right now. They've done a lot of studies on this, and they've tracked couples for 8 years to see how many of them stay together. Not women, but men will look for cheat codes and shortcuts to get things done quickly. You can't do it that way. You have to start with the main part. The engine is the most important part of a car. From there, the rest of the car is built and designed. Deal with yourself and focus on that part. Take a look at yourself and be honest with yourself. Look in the mirror and ask, am I the best version of myself? And then take the necessary time and energy to get to that place. You need a long-term plan, because if you want long-term success, but most people who are looking for quick fixes don't get it, I'll tell you why you need to get it right here and right now. They've done a lot of studies on this, and they've figured out that the people who do not get what they need at the moment go through 3 phases. Phase 1, they fight and won't give up. Phase 2, they give up and stop fighting. Phase 3, they realize they need help and get it. The first step is to accept that you need help. Would I want to bang me? If the answer is no, or you only give yourself a 4/10, you're wasting your time, guys. I'm telling you straight up that you need to work on yourself. And I've already pointed out all the mistakes. Many of you are going about it the wrong way. Focus on the main part, build the engine, and everything else will fall into place. Chase success, not women. You are not confident enough. The most common mistake that guys make is they have no confidence in themselves. I'm telling you right now, if you don't believe in yourself, you won't be able to attract women. Nothing will happen if you don't have your own game working for you consistently. If this is the first time you're applying the techniques on this site, then start slow and over time your game will get better. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. This can be applied in a lot of different ways in dating. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, take care.